Well, good afternoon, folks. This is the pen and journal here. I wanted to do a pretty quick video on my channel, pen and journal. I'm gonna do a follow-up, but I'll talk about ink pens and different things like that, and types of notebooks. I wanted to cover journaling and note-taking itself. Been doing it a long time. I've done it, started taking notes in high school, just as a way to help me retain, plus notes I could take home and study my notes. Because, some teachers, you kind of may be hard to follow a little bit. So I started back in high school with just notebook paper, taking notes, and I kept it, and I'd go home and study. So it helped me make better grades. And as time went on, I'd do it at church, and then I started doing it on the job. What I wanted to cover today is mostly journaling, but note taking. And I'll get into a couple notebooks I use, but I'm gonna do a follow-up on my personal notebooks that I journal in. Not note taking, not anything, but just journaling. Today I have I'm out, I'm a contractor, so I'm out working, and so I keep a notebook, but I do, take different type notes in it. So if you're interested in journaling, and what I have found over the years, it kind of helps me clear my mind, and it helps me relax. Plus it makes my penmanship better. I think we're losing cursive writing, and so when I journal, I do both. I print, and I do try to do a lot of cursive, because it makes your handwriting better. The more you write, the better your handwriting is, and it's old school. So our kids nowadays are, because they have computers and they can do this, or type on their phone, text, they're losing that technique. They're losing that skill. So I write a lot, I journal a lot, I take a lot of notes. I still take notes. I do my notes for church, I do my notes for work, which is important. Helps you remember things. Maybe you may get busy and all and forget some stuff. But so one of the things I wanted to talk about real quick was, you don't have to go out, and if you want to start journaling or taking notes, but especially journaling, you don't have to go out and spend a bunch of money on a notebook. Go out and buy, you can go out and just buy you a binder and put paper in it, or a composition book. You can go to any office product store, Walmart or wherever, Amazon, and you can get you a cheaper notebook to try it out. Now I've been using Moleskine. This is kind of my preferred book. I use this one at work. I've also got these that I have leather covers on that I use for my journaling only. This is a job notebook, and you can see I do a lot of notes, a lot of scratching. Just have done it over the years. It just helps me out. It helps me to remember, jot a little something down. But you can get these Moleskine notebooks different places. Barnes and Noble has them. Get them on Amazon. You can get them off the Moleskine, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but you can get it off of Amazon or different stores. There's some mom and pop stores that have them. So and they're nice. They're not the best for fountain pens, and I do like to write when I'm at home and I'm journaling. I like to use a fountain pen, and everybody that has watched my channel know that I like Parker Jotters, and I'm not going to get into the ink pens too much, but get you a notebook of your choice and an ink pen of your choice. There's a lot of ink pens out there. Everybody's taste is different. Get you one that you like, that feels good in your hand. You know, if you want to spend, you know, 20 bucks or less, get you a Parker, get you a fountain pen. You can get a nice fountain pen, you know, 30, 40 bucks. You just, you know, look online and do your research, and you can get up to hundreds of dollars, but I wouldn't recommend it. You can also get the Pilot throwaway fountain pens, and they actually write good. So get you a pen of your choice, get you a notebook. Now, a lot of people, you know, they talk about prompts, you know, journaling prompts, you know, gratitude, you know, personal stuff, different things like that. You know, so the way I do it is I don't really, you know, my journaling isn't that structured. Now, you know, my notebook I use at church is fairly structured, but just when I feel like something during the day, I thought, well, that's pretty neat, I want to remember that, or something that happened 20 years ago in my life, I may be thinking about it, so I want to sit down where it's quiet and I just want to write. And it may be a paragraph, it may be 2 paragraphs or a full page or 2 pages. Don't stress out about, I got a journal today, I need to write 3 pages, or I don't need just to write a paragraph. You just write down what you're feeling that day, or what inspires you. You know, I keep in my personal journal, I've got like 3 notebooks in one journal. I got the Moleskine Cahir, so I can do, I guess that's how you say that, but so I can do different subjects. I can make one my outdoor notes, or I can make one just notes about, you know, my life. But a lot of times, you know, I may not write something down for a couple days, but then I get it, and something cool happened I wanted to remember, or something not so good happened, but I wanted to write it down. When my mother died of cancer, I've got a lot of journaling in there about her, and it journaling to me is healthy. It lets you say things. I mean, not you know, you don't put bad things about people in there, but it lets you write things how you're feeling, and keep it private, you know. And one good thing about it is, to me, is you're making a history book. I wish my parents would have done it, you know, over the years, for years. My daddy's 88. I wished he would have journaled for 50 years, because one day we can get those, and we can look at it and see his thoughts. It's a personal history book. That's the way I look at it. So get you one, get you a notebook, and don't pressure yourself. Just sit down. If you feel, you know, if you get up, to me, the best time to me is in the morning. First thing, get up and get you some coffee and it's quiet, or later in the evening when it's quiet, you know. And I know a lot of people have children and all, so you'll have to work that in. So this size, this is what they call large, which, you know, I do a lot of that in the large size, but also a pocket journal, or a pocket notebook. Now, I don't journal in this one, but this is one that I do have one this size that I made. I actually made this one, and I'll give you my Etsy shop. But I've got one I've got like 4 notebooks in it, but this is just my pocket, and one I put in my back pocket, and it's just for basically notes, you know, maybe, you know, like drawing something that's the one just from a camper, the size of them, or making a grocery list, you know. And these notebooks here, they're called, and I've talked about them before, they're called Log and Jotter. Great notebooks, good quality. And you can get you know, you don't even have to get the leather cover for them. You can just take one of these, pocket notebooks and just put it in your shirt pocket or your purse or your back pocket. During the day, if you feel like writing something down, if you feel like, well, I need, you know, this was great, or I'm thankful today for blah blah blah, I've been blessed, or I saw my best friend today, and or this happened at work, or I saw this bird and I want to write it down, or I went hiking, so I want to write down what I did or what I saw. So you can put them in this little pocket notebook. This thing, I don't even know what's in there half the time. So you can go that route. You can get you a pocket notebook instead of a large size. And this one, this is actually my planner, but this one has a real nice leather cover. You know, once you start, you know, a lot of people, once they start journaling, writing, they want to kind of maybe step up a little bit. And I don't know what it is about a leather cover, and this is a moleskin. I don't know what it is about a leather cover, but it you know the way it smells, but it just nice to the touch, and it makes it a little classier, makes it, to me, nicer. So this is my planner, you know. So and you can actually buy a planner and you can write little things each day if you want to. I put a Bible scripture in there each day, but you can write certain things in here. I use it for my daily planning. You know, I've had one for years, and I've gotten so used to it. Everybody says, well, why don't you use an iPhone? Well, I do use my iPhone, but I still am old school, and I like to write. So get you this size. Get you a leather cover. I make leather covers of different sizes. I make the large size like this. I make this one, this size, the small. This is for a 3.5 by 5.5. It's you can get the moleskin that size. You can get the login jotters. You can get the word notebooks. You can get sorry for the noise, I got a truck coming up the road, but you can get Field Notes brand. There's a lot of good notebooks out there this size, and you know, you can keep a few of them, and depends on how much you I'm gonna shut the window. Depends on how much you write, but you know, you can start just use this for a gratitude journal, or just use this for an outdoor journal. I have in my little small journal at home, I have a word notebook that's an adventure log, and I log in my camping trips, my kayaking trips, my hunting trips. If I go just in the outdoors, I use that and write your adventures down. It's a cool thing to look back on. You may be 25 years old, 10 years down the road, you got them, and you can look back and say, man, I done this and so. This was nice, you know, or I was here in my life, and I've done this in life. Look where I'm at now. But like I said, as far as journaling, don't put pressure on yourself. Don't put pressure. Don't say, well, I got to sit down and I need to write for an hour today. You know, you don't. You write when you've got something to write about. If you want to be more structured about your writing, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, you can do, you know, a lot of people do the bullet journals. If you want to do that, make it your own. If you want to, you know, if you want to use highlighters in it, hey, it's yours. If you want to put stickers in it, it's yours. You make it your journal. But writing is important. That's why I did this channel. Writing is important. Get you a cheap ink pen. Just get you a cheap one, and you know, and then, you know, just get you a cheap one. And then once you really start enjoying it, you know, then step up if you want to. Get you a Parker Jotter. These are pretty inexpensive. You can get them, you know, $25, $26 or less. Depends on which ones you get. You can pick different inks, you know, but don't pressure yourself when you want to journal. Just relax. It's to write your thoughts down. It's to make a history book. Like I said, make a history book is something. I mean, I've got them back, 10 years or longer. I hadn't kept all of them, but I started keeping them about 10 years ago. So now I've got a wooden box and I put them in, especially the small ones, because I'm going to hand that off to my children. Let them read. It's history books. So don't put pressure on yourself. Go buy you a notebook. It don't have to be expensive. Go buy you an ink pen that's not expensive. If you like blue ink, that's fine. If you like black ink, that's fine, whatever. I put the date on there, and I put the weather. I like to write the weather down somewhere on that page. I like to write the temperature and whether it's sunny or cloudy or raining. And that's kind of something neat to look back on. It was raining this day, and it kind of lets you it's kind of like a weather pattern. It's just something neat. Like I said, a history book. But get your notebook and enjoy it, and you'll be surprised how it just clears your mind out. Just enjoy it, and it's a good, I don't call it a hobby. It's just, to me, a way of life. Like I said, I've been doing it for a while. Started with notes. So with that said, I'm gonna give you my Etsy shop if you're interested in a notebook, a leather journal, two sizes. I got large and I got the small for the field note size. I've got ink pen holders. I got EDC leather holders, whatever. So my Etsy shop is www.etsy.com/shop/EDC leather good. EDC Leather Works. Letters, EDC Leather Works. That's my Etsy shop. I sell a good bit of leather stuff. It's simple. This was actually the first one I made, and I've had it 10 years, I would say, or maybe a little bit less, probably 8 years. But I enjoy using it. I enjoy writing in it. Like I said, I write every day. I have an ink pen on me somewhere. But go out and journal, buy you a notebook, cheap notebook, and write. You'll clear your mind. God bless you. Be safe out there and have a great day. And like my channel, please, and subscribe to it. And you can put a comment if you wanna write something on there about what you do. People will see it. You can be an inspiration to them. God bless you.